Hey, did you know that one shaky step after 60 could be your body dropping a massive hint you can't ignore? Or that brushing it off might mean kissing your freedom goodbye, like no more solo grocery runs or dancing at family parties? Today, we're peeling back the curtain on 5 sneaky reasons your legs are losing their mojo. And listen up, number 4's a total mind blower that'll have you rethinking everything you thought you knew about staying steady. Stick with me, because I'm handing you dead simple fixes you can kick off today to keep those legs strong. Quick favor first, smack that like button, share this with a pal, and hit subscribe. We're this close to 1,000 subs, and your love keeps me cranking out gold like this. Let's dive in. Alright, you made it past the hook. Awesome. Welcome aboard Health Boost Daily. This is your spot for no fluff, straight-to-the-point health tips that actually move the needle, especially if you're rocking 60 or beyond. If you're new here, I'm beyond stoked to have you in the crew. This channel's my little corner of the internet where we cut through all the noise, forget fad diets, your crazy gym routines, and focus on real, doable stuff to keep you feeling like $1,000,000. I'm talking better energy, stronger moves, and maybe even a little swagger in your step. Because who says you can't still turn heads at the family reunion, right? Today we're zeroing in on something huge, why your legs might be feeling weaker after 60. And no, it's not just, oh, I'm getting up there. That's the lazy excuse we're tossing out the window. There's some sneaky culprits at play, and I've got the inside scoop to share. I've been digging into the science, like nerd-level deep, and testing a bunch of these fixes myself, because I'm not here to just parrot textbook stuff. I want you walking out of this video with a game plan that works, whether you're struggling to haul laundry upstairs, or just want to keep chasing the dog around the yard without puffing like a steam engine. Here's the deal. We're unpacking 5 big reasons your legs are throwing in the towel. Stuff you might not even realize is happening under the hood. And trust me, it's not all doom and gloom. There's hope, and it's simpler than you think. From quick moves you can do in your PJs to foods you're probably already got in your fridge, I've got you covered. So grab a comfy spot, or heck, stand up and stretch those legs if you're feeling feisty. And let's get cracking on turning those wobbly pins into powerhouses again. So, we've set the stage. Your legs aren't just going to wave a white flag without a fight, and I'm here to arm you with the good stuff to push back. Let's jump into the first big reason they might be feeling off. And trust me, this one's a sneaky little devil that creeps up on you before you even know it's there. Ready? Here we go. Reason number 1. Poor circulation, or what the docs call peripheral artery disease. Buckle up, because this is where we start turning things around. All right, let's kick this off with poor circulation. Picture this. Your legs are like a bustling city, and blood's the delivery truck bringing oxygen and nutrients to keep everything humming. Now, imagine those trucks getting stuck in traffic, roads clogged up, deliveries delayed, and suddenly the whole place starts shutting down. That's what's happening when your circulation tanks, often because of something called peripheral artery disease, or PAD for short. It's a fancy name for a not-so-fancy problem. Plaque. Yep, that gunky stuff builds up in your arteries, narrowing them like a rusty old pipe. Less blood gets through, and your legs? They're left cold, numb, or cramping up faster than you can say, "Where's my heating pad?" I've seen this hit close to home. My neighbor, Sue, used to shuffle around complaining her feet felt like ice blocks, even in July. She'd laugh it off, saying, "Oh, just old age," until her doc dropped the PAD bomb. Turns out, those chilly toes and tingling calves weren't just quirks, they were SOS signals. And here's the kicker. It's not just a leg thing. Poor circulation can be a flashing neon sign that your heart's in trouble too. Think heart attacks or strokes lurking around the corner. Scary, right? But don't freak out yet, because I've got a toolbox full of fixes to get that blood flowing again. And they're so easy, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. So what's the deal with PAD? It's like your arteries are throwing a tantrum. Plaque builds up from years of, let's be real, not so perfect eating. Maybe some smoking, or just plain bad luck with genetics. By the time you hit 60, it's more common than you'd think. About 1 in 5 seniors deal with it. You might notice your legs feeling heavy, like you're dragging cinder blocks after a short walk. Or maybe they cramp up when you're strolling to the mailbox, but chill out when you sit down. Sound familiar? That's your body begging for better blood flow. Here's where we flip the script. Let's talk fixes. First up, walking. I know, if your legs are whining, the last thing you want to do is move them. But hear me out. It's like greasing a squeaky wheel. Start small, maybe 5 minutes pacing your living room while the kettle's on. I tried this after Sue's wake-up call. 10 minutes a day, and my legs felt less like dead weight. Science says 15 to 20 minutes daily can boost circulation by 30% over a few weeks. Your arteries literally start unclogging themselves. No treadmill? No problem. Walk to the fridge and back. Circle the couch, whatever works. Next, hydration's your secret sauce. You're aiming for 8 glasses of water a day. Sounds boring, but it's like oil for your engine. I jazz mine up with cucumber slices or a splash of lemon. Feels fancy and keeps me sipping. Dehydration thickens your blood, making it harder to push through those narrowed pipes. So don't skimp. Bonus tip: cut the salt. I used to drown my fries in it. Now I swap in garlic powder or paprika, and my ankles don't puff up like balloons anymore. Less swelling, happier legs. It's a win-win. Let's talk food, because what you eat can either unclog those arteries or jam them up worse. Beets are my MVP. Those ruby red beauties are packed with nitrates that pry open blood vessels like a locksmith. Roast 'em, juice 'em, whatever, just get 'em in. Garlic's another champ. Toss a clove in your stir-fry. It's like a broom sweeping plaque away. And don't sleep on fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. The omega-3s in there are like a spa day for your veins. Cutting inflammation and keeping blood slippery smooth. If you're feeling fancy, try a warm foot soak. Add a drop of eucalyptus or lavender oil, maybe some Epsom salts. I do this after a long day. It's like hitting reset on tired legs. Plus, the magnesium in those salts seeps in and relaxes everything. Another trick: elevate your legs. Prop them on a pillow while you're binging your favorite show. Gravity helps blood flow back where it belongs. I caught my husband doing this during football season. Said it was the best nap hack ever. Now, the scary stuff. Ignore this and pads not messing around. Untreated, it ups your stroke risk by 20%. And slow-healing wounds can turn nasty fast. Think infections or worse. My buddy ignored his leg pain, wound up with an ulcer that took months to heal. Don't be that guy. If you're getting heavy legs, tingling, or pain that eases when you rest, jot it down and chat with your doc. They might toss around terms like claudication, fancy for your legs hurt when you walk. But don't let it intimidate you. Let's wrap this up with a quick plan. Walk 5 minutes today. Seriously, set a timer. Sip some water while you're at it. Add a lemon slice if you're feeling extra. Toss a handful of spinach in your lunch. Iron and nitrates in one shot. And tonight, kick those feet up. Call it your circulation vacation. Small moves, big results. Your legs will be thanking you by next week. We've got 4 more reasons to tackle, so stick around. This is just the warm-up. All right, we've got that blood flowing better now. Your legs should be feeling a little peppier already, right? But hold up, we're not done yet. There's another sneaky bandit waiting to trip you up, and this one hits like a bolt from the blue. Let's roll into reason number 2, electrolyte imbalance, specifically when your magnesium and potassium levels take a nosedive. Get ready, because this one's a wild ride, and I've got some tricks up my sleeve to keep those legs steady. So reason number 2, electrolyte imbalance. Picture this. You're sound asleep, dreaming of something awesome, maybe a beach vacation or nailing that perfect golf swing, and then bam! A leg cramp yanks you awake like a monster under the bed. Or maybe you're just standing there, minding your own business, and your legs start shaking like they're auditioning for a dance-off. What's going on? It's your body yelling, "Hey, I'm running low on magnesium and potassium." These two minerals are like the spark plugs for your muscles. Without them, things sputter, twitch, and just plain give out. I used to think those midnight cramps were my leg's way of saying, "You're over the hill, pal." Turns out, I was dead wrong. It was an electrolyte SOS. My aunt had it worse. She'd get these shaky spells out of nowhere, like her legs were staging a mini rebellion. Doc said her potassium was tanking, and magnesium wasn't far behind. And here's the wild part. This isn't just a leg drama. It can mess with your heart too, throwing in irregular beats if it gets bad. Yeah, that got my attention quick. But don't sweat it. I've got a pantry full of fixes that'll have you back in the game faster than you can say, "Where's my banana?" Let's break it down. What's an electrolyte imbalance? Think of magnesium and potassium as your muscles' backstage crew. They keep everything running smooth, from flexing to relaxing. Low potassium can hit you with spasms, weakness, even a heartbeat that feels like it's doing the cha-cha. Magnesium's just as clutch. Too little, and you're stuck with twitching, fatigue, maybe even a side of anxiety to spice things up. Why does this happen after 60? Could be dehydration, especially if you're not chugging water like we talked about last time. Or maybe meds, like diuretics, those water pills some folks take for blood pressure. They flush out minerals faster than a kid raiding a cookie jar. And let's be honest, if your diet's heavy on processed junk and light on greens, you're probably not restocking the tank either. Here's where we fight back, starting with food, because that's my favorite fix. Potassium's easy. Bananas are the rock stars here. I started tossing one in my bag every day, cramp-free nights ever since. One banana's got about 400 milligrams of potassium, and your body needs around 3,500 a day, so it's a solid start. Sweet potatoes are another gem. Bake one up with a little cinnamon, and you're hitting 500 milligrams plus fiber to keep things moving. Don't like the sweet stuff? Spinach is your green machine. Half a cup cooked gives you nearly 400 milligrams, and it's cheap as heck. Avocados? Oh man, they're like potassium royalty. One half packs over 600 milligrams, plus healthy fats to keep you full. I mash mine on toast with a sprinkle of pepper. Breakfast of champions. Magnesium's got its own all-stars. Almonds are my go-to. Grab a handful, about an ounce, and you're at 80 milligrams toward your 400-ish daily goal. Dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher, is my guilty pleasure. An ounce gives you 65 milligrams, plus a mood boost that's worth every bite. I melt some over strawberries when I'm feeling fancy. Tastes like dessert, works like medicine. Pumpkin seeds are sneaky good. Sprinkle them on a salad for 150 milligrams an ounce, and they've got zinc to boot. Black beans? Half a cup's 120 milligrams. Toss them in a soup or taco, and you're fueling up cheap and tasty. Water's your partner in crime here. Dehydration makes these shortages worse, turning your blood into sludge. 8 glasses a day's the baseline, but if you're sweating or on meds, bump it up. I keep a bottle by my chair. Add a splash of coconut water if you want a potassium kick. It's like nature's sports drink, minus the neon colors. Speaking of hacks, try an Epsom salt bath. 2 cups in warm water, soak for 20 minutes, and your skin drinks up magnesium like a sponge. I did this after a long day hauling groceries. Legs felt like butter in the best way. Another trick, a quick calf massage with coconut oil. 5 minutes before bed, and it's like hitting the reset button on twitchy muscles. Now, let's talk real stakes. Ignore this, and it's not just cramps. Low potassium can spike your blood pressure or throw your heart rhythm off. Think palpitations that make you wonder if you're starring in a medical drama. Magnesium dips can crank up anxiety or even mess with your sleep. Two things none of us need less of, right? My cousin skipped her minerals, ended up with leg spasms so bad she couldn't drive. Don't let that be you. Here's your action plan. Snag a banana for breakfast. Call it your cramp shield. Sip water all day. Add a lime slice if plain's boring. Toss some almonds in your pocket for a snack. Easy magnesium win. Tonight, kick back with that Epsom soak. Treat it like a mini spa night. Small stuff, huge payoff. Your legs will be singing your praises by tomorrow. We've got 3 more heavy hitters coming, so don't bounce yet. This is just the warm-up. Okay, we've got those electrolytes humming now. Your legs should be cramp-free and ready to roll, right? But hold the phone, because there's another big player sneaking up that's been quietly sapping your strength for years. Let's shift gears into reason number 3, muscle loss, or what the science nerds call sarcopenia. This one's a slow burn, but don't worry. I've got the firepower to help you fight back and keep those legs kicking. All right, reason number 3, muscle loss or sarcopenia. Imagine your legs as a pair of trusty old workhorses. Back in the day, they'd carry you up mountains, chase kids around the yard, no sweat. But now, they're starting to slack off, shrinking faster than a cheap sweater in the wash. That's sarcopenia in a nutshell. Your muscles naturally start to fade as you age, and after 60, it's like they hit the gas pedal. If you don't step in, you could lose up to 30% of your muscle mass by your 80s. Yep, a third of your horsepower, gone. Suddenly, standing up from a chair feels like a CrossFit workout. Walking to the corner store's a marathon. And stairs? I saw this up close with my dad. He used to haul firewood like a champ. But by 65, his legs looked thinner, and he'd grown just getting off the couch. Broke my heart, but it lit a fire under me to figure this out. Here's the deal. Sarcopenia isn't just, oh, I'm old. It's your body slacking on building new muscle because it's not getting the right signals or fuel. And the stakes? High. Weak legs mean wobbly balance. And falls are no joke. Half of seniors who take a tumble end up with a broken bone. But don't panic. I've got a playbook to pump those muscles back up, and it's so doable, you'll be shocked you didn't start sooner. What's behind this muscle meltdown? It starts in your 30s, believe it or not. Super slow at first, maybe 1% a year. But after 60, it's like your body says, we're good, and ramps up to 3% or more annually if you're not fighting back. Why? Less activity's a biggie. Sitting all day tells your muscles, we don't need you. Hormones dip too. Testosterone and growth hormone take a nap, leaving your muscle fibers to fend for themselves. And if your diet's light on protein, you're basically starving the repair crew. Signs are sneaky. Thinner thighs, calves that feel heavy, or pooping out after a short stroll. Sound familiar? That's sarcopenia knocking. Let's flip the script. First up, move it or lose it. You don't need a gym membership or spandex. I started with chair squats during TV commercials. Stand up, sit down, 10 times, 3 rounds a day. My thighs stopped feeling like mush in 2 weeks. Science says 15 minutes of resistance moves daily, like leg lifts or pushing against a wall, can rebuild muscle by 20% in a few months. No weights? Grab a soup can or a water bottle. Boom! Instant dumbbell. I got my dad doing resistance band stuff. $5 at the store, and he's flexing like a pro now. Even walking helps. 10 minutes around the block keeps those fibers engaged. Food's your muscle's best friend. Protein's the king here. Eggs are my go-to. Cheap, easy, and a whole one's got 6 grams of protein to patch up those fibers. Grilled chicken's a winner. 3 ounces gives you 25 grams, enough to fuel a solid repair job. Fish like salmon's a double whammy. 20 grams of protein plus omega-3s to keep inflammation down. Plant-based? Lentils are your MVPs. Half a cup's 9 grams, and they're dirt cheap. Toss in chickpeas or a scoop of peanut butter. 2 tablespoons, 8 grams, and it's a snack that sticks. Aim for 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. About 60 to 80 grams for most folks over 60. I blend a smoothie with Greek yogurt, 10 grams a scoop, and berries for a morning kickstart. Vitamins play too. D's the muscle maestro. You get it free from sunlight, 15 minutes outside, and your legs thank you. No sun? Salmon or sardines deliver. Or grab a D3 supplement if your doc's cool with it. Keeps those fibers firing strong. B6 is sneaky good. Helps protein do its job. Find it in bananas or tuna. And don't sleep on magnesium. We hit that last time. But almonds or spinach keep it rolling here too. Calcium's clutch for muscle contraction. Milk, kale, or a handful of figs keep your bones and muscles in sync. Here's a curveball. Sarcopenia's not just legs. It hits your whole body, upping risks like osteoporosis. Brittle bones plus weak muscles equals trouble. My buddy ignored this, took a spill, and spent 6 weeks in a cast. Not fun. Falls are the big bad wolf. 50% of seniors over 65 who fall break something, and recovery's a beast. But you can dodge it. Start small, build slow. I got my mom walking with me. 5 minutes turned into 15. And she's steadier now than last year. Your action plan. Try 10 chair squats today. Seriously, right after this video. Scramble an egg for lunch. Protein punch in 5 minutes. Step outside for some sun. Call it your vitamin D break. Snack on peanut butter later. Spoon it straight if you're feeling wild. Tiny moves, monster results. Your legs'll feel the difference fast. We've got 2 more bombshells ahead, so don't bail now. This is just heating up. All right, we've got those muscles waking up now. Your legs are probably itching to strut their stuff, right? But hold on to your hats, because here comes the big one I promised, the jaw dropper that's been hiding in plain sight. Let's dive into reason number 4, spinal problems like sciatica and herniated discs. This is the sneaky puppet master pulling strings you didn't even know were there. And trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Okay, reason number 4, spinal problems. Buckle up, because this one's a game changer. Your lower back might just be the secret boss behind those wobbly legs, and most folks don't even clock it until it's too late. We're talking sciatica, herniated discs, spinal stenosis, the whole gang of troublemakers that can pinch nerves and turn your legs into jelly. Picture this. You're walking along, feeling fine, then wham, your leg buckles. Or a bolt of pain shoots from your back down to your toes like lightning on a mission. That's your spine saying, hey, we've got a problem down here. I learned this the hard way. Years of slouching at a desk job left me with a back that hated me. One day, I stood up to grab coffee, and my right leg just noped out. Felt like it was on strike. Freaked me out. Doc said it was a pinched nerve from a herniated disc. Those cushy pads between your spine bones had slipped out of line and were squashing the wires to my legs. My grandma had it worse. Her sciatica turned every step into a grimace fest. Pain zapping down one leg like a live wire. Here's the shocker. Your legs could be screaming because of your back, not because they're weak. And that's the twist I warned you about. But don't sweat it. I've got fixes that'll have you standing tall again. No chiropractor bill required. So what's the deal with spinal problems? Your spine's like the command center. Nerves run from it to your legs. telling them when to move, lift, or hold steady. But if something's off, like a disc bulging out or bones narrowing from stenosis, or even years of hunching over a phone, it's like kinking a garden hose. The signal gets scrambled, and your legs pay the price. Weakness, numbness, or pain that radiates from your lower back down one or both legs. Ever feel like one leg's playing favorites, stronger than the other? Or your feet tingle like they're asleep? That's your spine waving a red flag. By 60, 80% of us deal with some kind of back grief. Crazy, right? And it's a top reason legs give up the ghost. Let's fight back. First up, stretch it out. I started with a knee to chest move. Lie on your back, pull one knee up, hold for 30 seconds, switch sides. Did it in bed watching the news. 5 minutes and my back sighed in relief. No yoga mat, no fuss, just pure, sweet release. Science says gentle stretches can cut nerve pressure by 25% over weeks. Your legs feel it fast. Another gem, seated spinal twists. Sit in a chair, twist your torso like you're peeking behind you. 20 seconds aside. My dad picked this up. Says it's like WD-40 for his rusty spine. Avoid sitting too long. Every 30 minutes, stand up, shake it out. I caught myself slumping during a Netflix binge. Popped up, walked to the kitchen, and my legs thanked me. Posture's your secret weapon. Think of your spine as a stack of blocks. Slouch, and it's a wobbly Jenga tower waiting to crash. I started using a rolled towel behind my lower back when I sit. $0 fix feels like $1,000,000. Food backs this up. Calcium keeps those spine bones solid. Here's a wild card. Your back's not just about legs. Mess it up and you're flirting with chronic pain or worse. Think sciatica so bad you can't tie your shoes. My buddy ignored his twinges, ended up with a leg that had collapsed mid-step, landed him in PT for months. Falls spike here too. Weak legs plus a cranky spine? Recipe for a tumble. But you can dodge it. Small tweaks, big wins. I got my mom doing a cat-cow stretch. On all fours, arch up, dip down. 5 reps. Her posture sharper than mine now. Your plan. Try that knee-to-chest stretch tonight. Call it your spine's bedtime story. Sip some milk or nibble figs. Calcium on deck. Stand up every half hour tomorrow. Set a phone alarm if you're a sitter. Toss spinach in dinner. K and magnesium in one shot. Easy peasy. Your back and legs will high-five you by next week. One more bombshell's coming, so stick with me. This is just the warm-up for the finale. All right, we've straightened out that spine and got those legs feeling the love. Your back's not the boss of you anymore, right? But don't kick back just yet, because we've got one last sneaky culprit to tackle, and this one's a real curveball that might have been buzzing under your radar. Let's wrap this up with reason number 5, nerve damage or peripheral neuropathy. Get ready, this one's a doozy, but I've got the goods to keep your legs humming strong. Okay, reason number 5, nerve damage or peripheral neuropathy. Imagine your legs are wired up like a house. Nerves are the cables sending signals from your brain to your feet, telling them to step, lift, or dodge that Lego your grandkid left on the floor. Now picture those wires fraying. Signals get fuzzy, and suddenly you're feeling tingles, burns, or like you're walking on a sponge. That's neuropathy in action, and it's a sneaky little gremlin that hits nearly 1 in 3 seniors, especially if diabetes or vitamin shortages are in the mix. I saw this mess with my uncle. He'd complain his feet felt like they were on fire, or he'd stumble because they went numb out of nowhere. Thought it was just old feet. Nope, doc said his nerves were frying, mostly from years of high blood sugar. Shook me up. I started checking my own pins and needles after that. Here's the kicker. This isn't just a nuisance. It can tank your balance and send you tumbling if you don't catch it. But don't worry. I've got a toolkit to patch those nerves up, and it's easier than you'd think to get back on steady ground. What's cooking with neuropathy? Your nerves are like the body's internet. When they glitch, the whole system lags. Diabetes is the big bad wolf here. High sugar chews up nerve endings over time, especially in your legs and feet. Nearly 60% of folks with diabetes deal with this. Wild, right? But it's not just sugar. Low B12 can zap your nerves too. It's like cutting power to the grid. Booze can make it worse. Too much alcohol's a nerve poison. And even tight shoes or old injuries can pitch in. Signs? Tingling like your foot's asleep, burning that keeps you up, or a weird spongy feel underfoot. Ever trip because you didn't feel the ground? That's your nerves waving bye-bye. Let's fix this. First, feed those nerves right. B12's the MVP. Your body needs it to rebuild nerve insulation, like wrapping wires in duct tape. Eggs are my jam. One gives you 0.6 micrograms toward your 2.4 daily goal. Dairy's solid. Milk or yogurt, 1 to 2 micrograms a cup. Leafy greens like spinach pitch in with folate. Half a cup, 50 micrograms, to team up with B12. I started tossing spinach in my eggs. Tastes like victory, works like magic. Oysters are a B12 bomb. 3 ounces, 84 micrograms. But if shellfish isn't your vibe, fortified cereals hit 6 micrograms a bowl. Plant-based, nutritional yeast. Sprinkle it on popcorn, 5 micrograms, and it's cheesy without the guilt. Control sugar's your next move. High blood sugars like sandpaper on nerves. I cut soda for water with a lime twist. Keeps my levels chill, and my feet don't buzz as much. Food hacks. Cinnamon's a sugar tamer. Dash it on oatmeal with berries. Half a cup of blueberries adds antioxidants to fight nerve damage. Alpha-lipoic acid's a ninja. Find it in broccoli or supplements if your doc's on board. Studies say it cuts neuropathy pain by 30% in weeks. B1's clutch too. Whole grains like brown rice, half a cup. 0.2 milligrams. Keeps nerve signals crisp. Massage is gold. 5 minutes on your feet with olive oil before bed. I tried this after a long day. Tingles faded, and I slept like a rock. It's not just cozy. It boosts blood flow to wake those nerves up. Avoid booze binges. Swap that second beer for herbal tea. Chamomile's my pick. Calms nerves without frying them. Shoes matter. Ditch tight ones for comfy sneakers. My uncle switched, and his numbness dropped a notch. Here's the stakes. Ignore this and falls skyrocket. 1 in 3 seniors with neuropathy trips yearly. My cousin did, sprained an ankle, and was out for weeks. Balance goes poof, and you're stuck on the couch. Worse, untreated diabetes neuropathy can lead to infections or amputations. Rare, but real. Don't mess around. If numbness sticks, chat with your doc. They might test your B12 or sugar levels. Your plan: scramble an egg with spinach tomorrow. B12 and folate in one go. Swap a soda for water. Add a berry for fun. Massage those feet tonight. Call it your nerve spa. Walk in comfy shoes. 5 minutes, steady as she goes. Small wins, big payoff. Your legs'll feel the buzz fade fast. That's all 5. Let's wrap this up. All right, there you have it. 5 sneaky culprits behind weak legs after 60. Poor circulation clogging the pipes. Electrolyte dips cramping your style. Muscle loss shrinking your power. Spinal problems pulling strings. And nerve damage fuzzing the lines. These aren't just random annoyances. They're wake-up calls, and we've got the fixes to answer back. Start small. Walk a bit, eat smarter, stretch those kinks out. And you're not just saving your legs. You're keeping your freedom, your strut, your life on track. Which one hit you hardest? Drop it in the comments. I'm dying to know what shocked you most. Maybe it's that spine twist or those midnight cramps. Spill the tea, folks. Love this? Give it a thumbs up. It's like a high five that keeps me rolling. Share it with someone who needs stronger legs. Your buddy, your mom, your neighbor who's always huffing up the stairs. Next up, I'm dropping 5 cheap foods that fight aging. Think stuff you've already got in your pantry that'll blow your mind. Hit subscribe, don't miss it, and tap that bell so you're first in line when it lands. We're so close to 1,000 subs. Your click gets us there and keeps Health Boost Daily pumping out gold like this. Thanks for hanging with me. Let's keep those legs strong together. Catch you in the next one.